the regular meeting of the Board of Education for Monday, June 10th. And we're going to begin with the Pledge of
the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Take note of the emergency exits on the side behind you. There's no smoking anywhere on school property. And if you're planning to address the board, please sign in on the sheet provided on the table. And just let's start with our class of 2024 top 10 students, please.
Good evening. Dr. Burns, I'm just very privileged to introduce our top 10 students, class of 2024. And we would like to start from 10 and go on up. Wherever you are sitting, if that student can stand up and be recognized. First, Sophia Stahl. Sophia will be attending Dominican University, majoring in athletic training and health sciences. Sophia hopes to become an athletic trainer to help athletes who have suffered an injury. She'll be playing college soccer. Sophia has been a member of the National Junior Honor Society, English, Math, Social Studies, Spanish National Honor Societies. Sophia has participated on the soccer team and is recognized as a scholar athlete. Her quote is, as said, "I will remember winning the Section 9 Girls Soccer Championship my freshman year with my older sister, Ava, and then winning it again my senior year with my younger sister, Hannah." Congratulations, Sophia. Next is Maya Uzinski. Maya will be attending Sacred Heart University, where studying health sciences and to be a physician assistant. Maya has been a member of the National Honor Society in English, Math, Social Studies, Science, and Spanish National Honor Societies. She's also been a member of the Volunteer Club. Maya has participated on the volleyball team and was co-captain of the JV softball team. Maya is recognized as a scholar athlete, and she says that I will remember all of the unconditional support I received from my teachers at VC and all the unforgettable memories I've had made with my friends over the past 4 years. Congratulations, Maya. Next is Mary Berry. Mary Berry will be attending Stevens Institute of Technology, majoring in music and technology. Mary has been a member of the National Honor School Society in English, Math, Social Studies, Science, Spanish, and Tri-M National Honor Societies. Additionally, Mary has been a member of the Musical Club, Shakespeare Club, Valkyries, and Math team. She was the president of the Science Olympiad. She says, I will remember trying all the different activities that I would never have seen myself in and enjoying every minute of them. Congratulations, Mary Berry. Next is Peyton Messing. Peyton will be attending Fairfield University, majoring in business. Peyton has been a member of the National Valley Central High School Business Marketing, English, Math, Social Studies, National Honor Societies. Peyton has served as the treasurer of the FBLA. She's a member of the golf team, spring track, and unified basketball teams, and a captain of the swimming diving team. Additionally, Peyton is recognized as a scholar athlete. She says, I will remember all my friends, the staff of VC, and all of the great times playing sports. Congratulations, Peyton. Our next student is not here tonight because she's representing our school district and the area in the Puerto Rican Hispanic Youth Leadership Institute. She was chosen. She's in DC representing our school. So Caitlin Sepulveda, congratulations. She'll be attending Virginia Tech, majoring in biological sciences. Caitlin has been a member of the National Valley Central High School Art, English, Math, Social Studies, Science, and Spanish National Honor Societies. Caitlin served as president of the Spanish Honor Society and co-vice president of the Science Honor Society. She is the president of the Photo Club and a member of the Volunteer Club and Math team. Additionally, Caitlin participated on the tennis team and is recognized as a scholar athlete. Caitlin states, "I'll remember all the good memories that I was able to make with all my friends and all the teachers that helped me through the good times and the bad." Congratulations, Caitlin. Next is Grace Del Pilar. Grace will attend Wentworth Institute of Technology, majoring in architecture and interior design. Grace will be playing college lacrosse and soccer. Grace has been a member of the Valley Central High School Art, English, Math, Social Studies, Science, and Spanish National Honor Societies. Grace was the Dean of the Junior Chess Class Club and is also a Dean of the Senior Council Club. She's a member of the basketball, indoor track and field, and lacrosse teams, and the soccer team captain. She's recognized as a scholar athlete. She states, "I will always remember winning sections my senior year from soccer and being part of the first team in program history to make it to the regional finals." Congratulations, Grace. Next is John Kelly. John Kelly will be headed to Marist College to study physical therapy. While at Valley Central, John has been a member of the Valley Central High School English, Social Studies, and Spanish National Honor Societies. John has also been a member of the baseball team. John states, "I will remember all the special people that have each taught me an important thing about myself, about the world around me. I remember my time playing golf in 8th grade, and then switching to baseball freshman year. I remember the late nights and early mornings of doing schoolwork and practicing to become good at my sport. Last, I will always remember all my teachers who continue to show up and go out of their way for my benefit." Congratulations, John Kelly. Next is Lily Ellison. Lily will be attending Villanova University, majoring in real estate and finance. Lily has been a member of the Valley Central High School Art, Business, Marketing, English, Math, Social Studies, Science, and Spanish National Honor Societies. She has been the president and secretary of the Volunteer Club, president of the FBLA, and a member of the Science Olympiad. Additionally, Lily has been a Board of Education member, student representative for 2 years, and a member of the golf team. Lily states, "I'll remember the support from my favorite teachers and the laughs shared with my friends at lunch." Congratulations, Lily. And our salutatorian, Adam Malchef. Adam will attend Vassar College to study cognitive science. Adam will remember the good times he had with his friends at Valley Central. Adam has been a member of the Valley Central High School English, Math, Social Studies, Science, and Spanish National Honor Societies. He's the captain of the swimming diving team and vice president of the Science Olympiad. He was also a member of the math team. Adam is recognized as a scholar athlete. Congratulations, Adam. And lastly, our valedictorian, Autumn Schnobach. Autumn will be headed to Mount St. Mary College to study nursing. Autumn has been a member of the Valley Central High School English, Math, Social Studies, and Science National Honor Societies. She's also been captain of the tennis team and a member of the indoor track, field, and softball teams. Autumn is recognized as a scholar athlete. Autumn states, "I'll remember all the fun memories with my friends and peers who were part of my high school experience. I remember the exciting events we attended and the amounts of laughs we had together during our years spent here. I'll never forget the bonds and relationships I created with those people that will last a lifetime. On the other hand, I'll also remember the struggles and challenges I had to face at Valley Central and how I was able to overcome them and succeed." Congratulations, Autumn.
All right, thank you very much. Congratulations. We're going to move on to correspondence.
Not at this time.
Huh? Commendations.
Commendations. So we'd like to thank our special student representatives who have been representatives for students at all board meetings, Dylan Nasser, Elizabeth Zeppi, and Lily Ellison, for their contributions this year. We wish them much success as they pursue their college careers. Athletic trainer Sharon Delmonico has been selected by the Orange County Interscholastic Athletic Association to receive the inaugural Athletic Trainer of the Year award. She was honored at the OCIAA Senior Scholar Athlete Breakfast on June 6th. Congratulations to Sharon, and we thank her for her dedication to the student athletes of the district. Board of Education member Jane Samuelson is the recipient of a certificate of recognition from the New York State Board Association. This Level 1 Board Achievement Award is presented for her participation in leadership development opportunities totaling 75 points. Congratulations to Jane, and we thank her for her dedication and service to the Valley Central community. Some honorable mentions for tonight. Berea Elementary School Spring Concert was on May 14th. Walden Elementary School Spring Concert was on May 15th. Montgomery Elementary School Spring Concert was on May 16th. JROTC Awards presentation was on May 17th. High School Chorus Concert was on May 20th. 5th grade All District Concert was on May 21st. National Junior Honor Society induction was on May 22nd. High School Senior Ball was on May 23rd. English Honor Society Chord Celebration was on May 28th. High School Science Research and Symposium was on May 30th. Social Studies Honor Society induction chord ceremony was on May 31st. High School Festival of the Arts was on May 31st. Math Honor Society induction chord ceremony was on June 3rd. Middle School Night of Specials was on June 4th. High School Senior Dinner was on June 4th. Science Honor Society chord ceremony was on June 5th. High School Athlete Awards was on June 5th. East Coldenham Elementary School Student Recognition was on June 6th. OCIA Scholar Athlete Breakfast was on June 6th. And Spanish Honor Society chord ceremony was on June 6th. We were very busy.
All right, thank you very much. All right, I just want to take a moment and again thank our top 10 students. You're welcome to stay if you'd like, but if you'd like to leave, you can do so as well. It's up to you. We're going to move on to consent agenda. I just want to make a note that there was an addendum to consent agenda, so everybody should have seen that. And I'm going to take a motion to approve consent agenda with the addendum.
I'll make the motion.
Sarah, second. Katie, discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? 7-0, thank you. Next, we are going to move on to our student representatives for the last time.
Hello everyone, so at this meeting I'll be talking about past events. So as mentioned, the athletic awards night was last week. It was very nicely done. Many students were awarded for their accomplishments in their respective sports. The volunteer club had their first Chalk Fest, which was just a fun time where around 30 members came out to decorate the sidewalks with chalk and enjoy ice cream. The National English Honor Society hosted a release party to celebrate the published authors and artists featured in this year's Revelation magazine. There were over 65 published authors and artists in this year's edition. So the ducks are a big staple at the high school. They reside in the courtyard. While there are only a few more days left in the school, feel free to donate to the Buck for a Duck fundraiser located in the high school main office. This money is used to supplement the diets and provide water dishes and help them flourish and be able to fly away when ready. So the Festival of Arts was hosted by the National Art Honor Society. They inducted their new members and we had an amazing turnout. The hallways were filled with art as well as the rooms. So NART was busy as well. The next day there was the color run. The elementary school students seemed to love it. They did face painting and ran the whole perimeter of the fields. The boys baseball team, softball team, and girls lacrosse team all made it to the section finals. And Destination Day 2024 was a success. Seniors represented their future destination and visited the elementary schools they attended and were interviewed by 5th graders about their plans post-high school. And the Science Honor Society had their cord ceremony last week.
I'm reporting on upcoming events for the rest of the school year, I guess. There's not much more, but there are regents, lots of regents in fact, somewhere around starting through the 14th to the 25th. Good luck to everyone who's got regents. Not only that, but finals as well are coming up in these last few days. I think it's 3 days, I'm even keeping a counter. Senior Awards Night is tomorrow. Seniors who were chosen and their families were invited to the school to accept their awards, which they should have RSVP'd to by now. Drama 3 has the production on Wednesday, June 12th. The last official day of school is the 26th, though we high schoolers have our last day this Thursday the 13th, excluding regents that is. And graduation practice for seniors is from 8:30 a.m. to 12 p.m. on the 26th, and graduation is the 29th.
So a couple of celebrations for this year. Today we had moving up day. The underclassmen were sent home and seniors and juniors were told to stay for a little ceremony. We had the new SGA members come up to the stage and the new senior council members come up to the stage. We three also received cords for our job here with the board. We also had the teacher and staff superlatives, which were a very big hit. Then we also had the Spanish Honor Society induction, which I was very glad to be able to be a part of. We requested to have a ceremony this year. We always have a picnic, which is coming up this week as well, and other students will be honored with their cords then. We also honored Mrs. Geiger. She is our advisor, and she is retiring this year, and she's done an amazing job with us, and we just wanted to give her a little send-off. The SGA had our very first upperclassmen celebration. We had a sort of field water day. It was a big hit. A lot of students came out. We had ice cream, and we got done just in time before the rain hit. And then we also had the senior dinner, skit, and sideshow, and the superlatives were all presented. It was amazing. You should definitely go watch the skit. It's pretty funny. And then on the day of Tuesday, when there was no school for students, we had a teacher appreciation lunch for Teacher Appreciation Week. We had pizza and salad for all the teachers to come and enjoy our appreciation for them. And that's it.
Thank you very much. Good job, guys. It's a pleasure having you. You're welcome. You're welcome to stay. Oh, yeah, you're welcome to stay. Or you can go as well. Thank you.
They want to take a talk time.
All right. We're going to move on to the superintendent of schools. Thank you.
Good luck. A little traumatized that they're leaving. I was able to attend the Berea Elementary Spring Concert on May 14th, and also the Today's Student, Tomorrow's Teachers. Actually, Dr. Burns and myself went to a special breakfast to honor those students in White Plains. It's a program that really supports our future teachers at Valley Central. Students who are interested in becoming teachers and beginning to nurture that talent now. So it's an honor to honor them during this breakfast. The high school chorus concert was on May 20th, and I also had the pleasure to hear them. I was very excited to attend the 5th grade all-district concert at the high school. All of our 5th graders came together. They only had one practice, but yet they sounded amazing as they sang in harmony, and was thrilled to be on the high school stage. So it was a really first opportunity for them to come together as one class as we begin their transition to the middle school. The high school senior ball had a lot of fun, able to see everyone dressed so lovely and dance with a few of our seniors. The PTA Council end of the year social was on June 3rd. I know that they're encouraging as many people to join PTAs, so look out for some notices that they will be sharing. Middle school night of specials, the artwork and all of the events that happened that night and the clubs that were represented there, it transforms the middle school, and it looks like a whole different place as you walk through that middle school, looking at all of the work that is presented. The high school senior dinner, I think it was Elizabeth who talked about the skit. They did a fantastic job on a skit with students pretending to be teachers. It's amazing and extremely funny, and it honored them as well, and they will be sharing that with the staff shortly. They also honored each other, and it was really nice to see the camaraderie that happened among the senior class. OCIAA Scholar Athlete Breakfast had the opportunity to join with Mr. Miller to honor not only Mr. Monaco, but two of our students who received awards there. On June 6th, I attended a town hall meeting in Montgomery. The town is really thinking about having a coalition against substance abuse, and more to come. There'll be information coming out, and I'll be happy to share it. Earlier today, I sent out our strategic plan survey. It's the last survey that's going out this year to families to get your feedback as we begin to finalize our strategic plan that we will unveil in the end of August, beginning of September when we come back to school.
All right, thank you. Next is the Assistant Superintendent for Curriculum and Instruction.
So I have, rounding out the school year, I have I'm experiencing some of my firsts at Valley Central, and it's exciting. I was able to attend the Outstanding Student Luncheon as well as our first design session for our strategic plan. In addition to that, the Revelation Magazine release party, and I have to say I am so proud, again, to be part of a district with such talented students and staff members and dedication and commitment that we all have. In addition to that, I've had my first budget vote at BC. Congratulations, Brad. And chord ceremony along with the 5th grade concert. And on the NICET side, I also was able to attend a K-3 curriculum review guide webinar that NICET has released regarding literacy curriculum review. And I have to say that I'm also proud to say that we have aligned many of the steps that we've already taken as part of our literacy review for our pilot, are completely aligned to what New York State is suggesting that we do moving forward. And that's all I have.
All right, thank you. Next is the Assistant Superintendent for Human Resources.
No report, thank you.
All right, I just want to recognize Mr. Miller. He is retiring. This is his last Board of Ed meeting. We'll move on to school business official.
Thank you, Mr. President. Just a few updates on the capital project side of things tonight. So the 2021 capital project, which involved a lot of the site work that happened in front of the middle school, high school, the punch list items on that project will be completed this summer, as well as good news is the phase 3 of the project, which we added some additional work, which would be in the parking lot that's in front of the gym main lobby entrance, as well as on the middle school faculty lot side. That project has just been approved by SED last week. We are out to bid, so it is our hope to have a recommendation to the board on July 1st, and with any luck, we may be able to get some construction done and redo those parking lots this summer. It is very, very late to go out to bid, but we are hopeful to see some work in those areas this summer. SED is significantly delayed, as you are aware, and they have slowed down even more so than they have been over the last few months. So for our 2023 capital project that was approved by the voters last May, we still do not have approval on phase 1 of that work, nor do we expect to have approval anytime in the near future, which will push all of that work out another year, unfortunately. I was just at a conference. SED is cognizant of the delays. They are working towards a third-party review system for projects, but it is 6 to 8 months before projects are even picked up for approval up there right now. They're just completely buried. So a lot of work will happen next summer. We had hoped to be able to do at least the tennis court and the track resurfacing this year. It is not likely that that will happen, but we'll keep you posted on those approvals. On the art and Carissa project, so this would be the final projects to be completed under the grant monies. So that would be outdoor learning spaces at each building, and renovations of the technology and the art room at the high school. Those projects are on scheduled to be completed over the course of the summer, and will be open and ready for students when they return in September. And that's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Next, we'll move on to diversity, equity, inclusion.
Yes, I attended that meeting. It was a wonderful meeting to pull together a lot of the data that has been collected through consultants that are getting information from the district and from many stakeholders to explore, different areas where we can improve and enhance equity throughout the district. It was a great committee, and I think we're looking to expand to additional committee members for next year. Yvette, I don't know if you want to say more about that.
So there was information that the term is up for some of the members, and so we are looking for new members to take over the terms that have not been yet filled.
Thank you. Next, we'll move on to Oxford. Oxford?
Yes.
Go for
Talk
it.
about it? I'll talk about it. Yeah, several of us attended the OXPA meeting. The speaker was from NISBA. Do you have his name?
Patrick Longo.
That's right. Patrick Longo was the speaker. He came to us from NISBA, and he spoke about disabilities and how he's willing to give trainings to raise some more awareness of these particular types of disabilities. And one of the expressions that he said, one of the comments that he made that really resonated, I think, with all of us, was that he was saying that we can't use a disability to explain our bad behavior. An example of that was somebody who has OCD, for example, has that all the time, 24/7. They don't get a break from it. And when we say something like, well, I'm very OCD about how my shoes look, that he was just bringing an awareness to that we're using that type of a disability to explain our behavior, and just say, I'm very particular about how my shoes look, to show that sensitivity. He's available if we ever wanted to do any kind of trainings. He seemed to be very eager to do that.
Okay. Great, thank you. All right, we're gonna move on to community participation. Fran, we'll start with you.
Yes, I also attended the Oxford Delegates meeting, and as I mentioned, the DEI committee.
Angela?
Yes, on the weekend of May 31st, I went up to SUNY Albany. 2 of our students were selected to attend HOBie, the Hugh O'Brien Youth Leadership Program, and I attended the closing ceremonies, and hopefully these 2 students will bring back what they learned to our school. I also attended the OXPA meeting, the PTA council social, and yeah, that's it.
Jen?
I attended the OXPA meeting as well. I also attended the Festival of the Arts. Amazing artwork was displayed at that event. And I also was able to attend the girls' state golf tournament up in Albany 2 weekends ago.
Sarah?
I was able to attend a couple of baseball and softball games, the Rho Kappa induction at the high school, the Math Honor Society induction, the Senior Athletic Awards night, and the color run at the high school.
Diana?
I attended the Math Honor Society inductions, also the Science Honor Society court ceremony, the OXPA dinner, and the ALC moving up ceremony.
I was able to attend the high school chorus concert, and I am the proud parent of one of the boy banders. I went to the mock DWI drill, the boys varsity lacrosse semifinals, and out to the dinner.
Great. I was able to attend the baseball game as well, and I attended Moving Up Day today, which was very funny. The juniors had a lot of work to outdo the class this year, so it was very, very entertaining. It was good. All right, we are going to move on to public comment next.
Okay, we're about to begin the public comment portion of our meeting. We encourage public comment because it's important for us to hear the concerns of community members. Please be advised that public comment is not designed to be a discussion. The board is here to listen, and if warranted, the board or a designated staff person will research your concerns and respond accordingly. We would also like to point out that under district policy, we cannot entertain any comments or questions about a particular student or employee, either by name or implication. Please know, however, that we take student and personnel concerns very seriously. On these matters, we ask that you follow appropriate administrative channels as outlined in our district policies. We believe our school board meeting should serve as an example to our students, so we ask that everyone demonstrate mutual respect. We ask that speakers address their comments to the boards directly, and insist that all speakers and members of the audience maintain civility and respect on opposing views. We will now entertain public comment. Each speaker will get 3 minutes to share their concerns, and we reserve the right to shorten a speaker's time if someone violates the board's public comment rules.
All right, thank you. We're going to begin with Aaron Sherry. That microphone may or may not work.
It's on. It's on. You might be able to leave on. So is it okay if I read this letter on behalf of my son because he's working today? Okay. So I'm reading this letter on behalf of my son, Jack Sherry. He's a past graduate. He wrote this, so it's going to be in the narrative form for him. So I played varsity lacrosse for my coach for 4 years at Valley Central, and in that time, Coach did nothing but help me become a better athlete and an even better person. I have known Coach since I started playing lacrosse back in elementary school. He helped me learn how to develop the mental toughness that is needed for a high school athlete seeking to play at the next level in college. I use lacrosse to help with anything and everything I'm dealing with because of what he has taught me. I have also been with Coach outside of sports and the school environment, and I consider him a person to go to if I need anything. He helped me get into college by telling me I needed to get my act together in the classroom, which I definitely needed. He would tell the team to get our schoolwork in on time, show up to practice on time, and to always be punctual. We were varsity athletes, and we were there to do work if we wanted to win. He wanted the best for us, and he made that clear if you really listened. Yes, he was tough on us, but we needed it because I know I wouldn't have gotten the college scholarship that I received if it wasn't for him. If I could be there today, I would be up there with my boys, especially my boys from last year. They are my ride or dies, my family. Last year, we faced the most difficult thing I hope I ever have to face. After winning one of the best games of our season, we suddenly lost a teammate and childhood friend in the most heartbreaking way. We were paralyzed and didn't know how to move forward. Our coach played such a big role and got us through that awful time. He took off any time he could from the middle school to come see us and made sure we were okay. He checked in with our parents, he sent us texts, he kept our bond very close. If there's anything else that needs to be said about our coach, other than he is an amazing coach and mentor, then I think that the Board of Ed should interview the entire 2023 or 2024 team instead of entertaining just a few disgruntled parents. And that's from Jack Sherry, and he graduated in 2023 last year, so these are his words.
Thank you. Next we have Colin Kingsley and Cooper Sherry.
Hi, my name is Colin Kinsley, and next to me is Cooper Sherry. I will be speaking on behalf of both of us. We are both current students at Valley Central and players on the varsity lacrosse team. When I was 4, my dad put me into lacrosse, and it was the best decision he ever made. Lacrosse is my favorite sport, and I would never be where I am today without lacrosse or my parents. My dad has been our coach throughout our whole youth lacrosse careers. He coached us in a way where he held us accountable for our actions and trained us at a high level so we could play at a high level. My dad was an honest coach. He didn't let you play lacrosse the wrong way. He always made sure that you played lacrosse the right way. He always told you what you were doing wrong so you can fix it and be a better player. We would not be the lacrosse players we are today without my dad. Our varsity coach has been our coach throughout our high school lacrosse careers. He's one of the best coaches we've ever had. Coach coaches us in a way where he not only makes you a better lacrosse player, but he also makes you a better person. He connects lacrosse to real life situations. He teaches us life lessons that not only can be used in lacrosse, but also in the real world. He has not only made us better lacrosse players, but he has made us better people. He has prepared us to play lacrosse at the next level. We would not be the lacrosse players we are today without Coach. The youth lacrosse program is run by my parents. BC lacrosse would not be where it is today without my parents. My parents spend more time and effort into this program than anything, from coaching at the varsity level to running practice, running from practice to get to youth practice to make sure everything runs smoothly. My parents have put so much time and effort into BC lacrosse to make it where it is today. They love the sport of lacrosse and will do anything to keep it in their lives. What we are trying to say is my parents and Coach are the reason for who we are as people today. They are the reason for the high caliber of lacrosse we play today. They are the reason BC lacrosse is successful. Thank you.
Next is Barney Zipkin.
I just thought I was in for signing that paper. I thought you were supposed to just sign it because you came here. All right, so I'm gonna wing this. There's only one person older in this room than me, believe it or not. I've been playing the sport for 56 years. I've been coaching, not that many, but for a long, long time. And I was much harder than your dad on you. When I started playing lacrosse in 1968, I had a coach named Bruce Hislop in Hackley School. I'm still to this day trying to find him so I can say thank you. The athletic director was Bob Pickard, who I keep in contact with. He's given me phone numbers. I work on this all the time just to say thank you. Coaches used to play a part in your life. They were mentors. You feared them, and you went to them when you needed something, when you had a problem. They were like an old school police officer. And there are not many of those people left. Coaches are so involved in wins and losses that most have lost the reason we're coaches. There's not a one person here, there's not a one person in Valley Central, not my son, not anybody's sons that's gonna make a living playing this sport they play in high school. Not a one, I guarantee it. And in lacrosse, you only make $28,000, so you're still gonna have to go to your parents and borrow money. There might be a few who play high-level college. So why do we coach? What's our job as a coach? Our job, number one, is to create better human beings. The sport is secondary. When I coached youth, how many people? We did the national anthem before every single game. My partner stood in the middle of the field with her phone and a speaker. And my boys sat there with their hand on their heart and they didn't talk. They shook hands at every game with the referee that I went to before the game and said, guys, could you please wait 5 minutes after the game? I want my boys to shake your hand and thank you after every game. And when my boys got there, I taught them how to shake hands and look you in the eye. And if anybody here thinks I'm kidding, ask any of my players. And I still do it. Because you're never too old to learn how to shake a good hand and look somebody in the eye. When somebody shakes my hand, tell them, the high school players will tell you, they give me a shitty handshake, and I make them do it over. Because every single thing we teach in coaching, or we should be teaching, they're going to use in every single aspect of their life. They're going to use it in their school. They're going to use it in their relationships. They're going to use it in their marriage. They're going to use it in their jobs. Everything. What are we teaching them? We're teaching them to be on time and early. Ask my son. Early is on time. They're going to learn how to be accountable for their behavior, so we don't complain to our parents that we don't get enough playing time. Well, then get better. After practice, go to the wall and play wall ball. Get your friends, put in the time. That's how you get more on the field. For all those who think that the coaches have grudges, you're wrong. They're putting the best players out there. Because at this level, that is what you work for. It's not everybody gets a trophy and a ribbon anymore. Because that's not how we develop the best human beings we can. By giving everybody a reward for being mediocre. For not trying, for coming late, for missing practice, for having an excuse. So when you hear about a coach that's tough, he's doing his job. Do you demean your players? No. Do you find fault with him? No. Do you make them run laps because they drop a ball? No. You make them run laps when they don't pay attention. You make them run laps when they talk while you're talking. You make them run laps when they're not respectful to either the coaches or their players, their teammates. You don't reprimand somebody for not being as good. You don't reprimand somebody for trying but not succeeding. You reprimand them for disrespect, for things like that. That again, they will have to learn in their life. And if we can teach them that now, they've got a head start. So when I hear what's going on here, and by the way, I'm the assistant coach on the varsity lacrosse team, as a volunteer. I've been volunteering since the day I moved into this town. When you hear about somebody being tough, or somebody not playing somebody, and their mommies and daddies get offended, or they get offended, okay? We can't have people just whine and cry and get what they want. That's not how we make better people. It's not how we make better country. It's not how we make better everything. Be accountable for your behavior. Coaches have to be, players have to be. But being tough on children is not wrong. Being tough on children is making them better. Making them being able to step from here to the next step in their life and be able to handle it and know what's there and be able to negotiate and to be able to.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Pamela Nasser. I'm a mother of a graduating senior at Valley Central. That's my son, Dylan. It's one of the very last times I can, embarrass you. I wanted to simply ask the VC to consider a tent for shade for graduation for the parents, grandparents, and important family and friend members that are coming to attend their senior ceremony and who are seated in the disabled area if granted those tickets. It's a simple request that I'm willing to help also make happen if in any way I can. Simply planting the seed if it does not happen this year, which I certainly hope it does. Dylan's grandmother, my mom for instance, who is under active chemotherapy, will be in attendance as she was for our older son in 2022. And the heat was super unbearable, as I'm sure we all very much remember. I'm sure there are many stories like ours, and in a small act will make a great difference for the population of attendees that are there. I recall someone fainting next to the bleachers that year where we were sitting in the bleachers and an ambulance was needed. And I'm sure you would agree that you would not want your seniors' memory of their graduation to be of their loved ones fainting in the crowd from heat exhaustion. I realize this is a last-minute request, but it's not impossible. As I mentioned before, if it doesn't happen this year, please consider it in the future for years to come. We should be caring for those who are most in need that special care and attention. And it really is just kind of a small thing. I know Valley Central is very traditional in their graduation. I assure you I understand that. I do think, however, those that are sitting on that black track top who are given those disabled tickets really do need that shade. And even, I don't know if we're opening up the concession stand for cold waters. I may be willing to donate a slew of that to what we can do to just be able to provide for those that maybe can't carry heavy waters or something in that regard. So that last little bit is not in this, so if I need to share this, I certainly will, but thank you for your time, I appreciate it.
Next is Allison Henry.
Sorry, we was a little extra time.
Okay, I also didn't know about the lacrosse thing, so this has nothing to do with lacrosse. But my name is Allison Henry. My husband and I are Valley Central grads, and this is my son Luke. First, I want to say that I've been extremely impressed with the accommodations Valley Central has afforded my son. I know many districts surrounding us could not keep a child as disabled as him in their home district, and I've been so happy to have him here in Korea. So I was really taken back by what happened on Wednesday. I'll tell you a little bit about him. He is funny, he is sweet, he's a go with the flow little dude. And my husband and I were sitting in a cold hospital room a week before his first Christmas and was told that he wouldn't see his first birthday. He would never walk or talk and would most likely need a feeding tube for the rest of his life. We were told that we had a higher chance of winning the lottery than having a child with pontocerebellar hypoplasia. But my husband and I will tell you from firsthand experience, having Luke as our child is better than any lottery anyone could ever win. Fast forward to today, Luke obviously has a lot of medical needs. He has seizures, a feeding tube, he uses his wheelchair and requires many medications and breathing treatments. After just his kindergarten year, the school recommended that we get a nurse for him. It took from April of kindergarten until June of first grade to find him a nurse, and she has been the biggest blessing. She helps me get him ready in the morning, does his meds, feeds, and breathing treatments, while I try to get my 4-year-old ready. She has helped nurse him through illnesses, including after his lung collapse this past year, and he spent 10 days in the PICU. Our insurance pays for his nurse before and after school on days when he is sick, which was 39 days this year, which is the best he's ever had of only missing 39 days. Last year it was 96, I think, and we did not have a nurse. She is his nurse on vacations, conference days, any time that he is not physically in the building, our insurance covered his nurse. And when he's in the school building, obviously the school picks up the tab. Medicaid won't let me. Apparently, without telling myself, my son's nurse, the teachers or staff in my son's classroom, the school district ended the contract with our nurse and hired a different RN, effectively firing the nurse that has been in and out of my home for an entire year, who drove to Westchester to check on him when he almost died, who has become a trusted medical professional and for our terminally ill child. No conversations were had, no communication whatsoever, just a family losing the only bit of help we've had in the almost 8 years of his life. Devastated isn't even the word. The fact that just one conversation with our family could have changed the outcome makes me furious. This is not like hiring a different aide for a classroom or having a new teacher. My son's nurse needs to learn him. Know the difference between a dystonic episode where only comfort care is needed and when an absence seizure is taking too long, emergency medication, rescue breaths, and potentially an ambulance is needed. My son needs to be able to trust the person who's taking care of him. And this new RN might be great. I haven't met her. It just took away from what we had. So once again, he's being handed another unfair deal in this life, and I'll pick up the pieces. And I'm sure everyone's wondering why you should care about my family, because every single one of us is one diagnosis or accident away from being disabled. It is the only community that you can join at a later date. I pray that none of you ever have to sit in the front of a helicopter praying that your ceasing child is still breathing in the back while flying to a higher level care. But I really implore the Valley Central community to please do better with communicating, especially when it comes to our children's health. If we had just had one conversation, maybe we could have hired his nurse as the nurse here. Maybe we could have come up with a better solution than my nurse walking in on Wednesday and being told you no longer have a job after everyone said how great she's done with him this year. So thank you for listening to my story, and I really hope we can work forward to make this better. Thank you.
Next is Jen Santangelo.
Good evening. Hi, my name is Jen Santangelo, and I have the privilege of being a mother of two remarkable lacrosse players. I've been involved with the lacrosse program for over 10 years. starting at the youth level all the way to the varsity level. For the last 3 years, my daughter has played at the varsity level, and my son graduated last year from BC, also played at the varsity level. He is now playing lacrosse at the collegiate level. Both my children's lacrosse careers began with the Valley Central Youth Program that has been expertly led by 2 of our current BC lacrosse coaches, one who is a volunteer. I have witnessed firsthand the incredible dedication and investment these individuals have in their players at an early age. I am here today to speak about a group of individuals who relentless dedication and hard work often go unnoticed, our lacrosse coaches. Let us acknowledge the profound impact coaches have on the lives of their athletes. Beyond teaching the technical skills and strategies of a sport, coaches instill values such as discipline, perseverance, teamwork, and respect. These are lessons that transcend the playing field and shape individuals into well-rounded members of society. This is exactly what all of our coaches set out to do, especially the one who was named Section 9 Girls Lacrosse Coach of the Year. I've been involved with the program from day one and have seen the blood, sweat, and tears these individuals put in their into their athletes, that it saddens me that there is even a question about them as coaches, but also questioning their character. I have personally witnessed how these individuals have invested outside of their coaching hours to support an athlete and their mental well-being. They have gone above and beyond to create a nurturing and supportive environment where athletes can thrive. Their encouragement and feedback are the building blocks upon which athletes build their confidence and self-belief. These coaches do not only serve as mentors, but also as role models. It is important to recognize the challenges they face in guiding, motivating, and sometimes disciplining their athletes. Unfortunately, there will always be a few critics, but they do not speak for the majority of the players and parents who have an excellent experience, and some of them who will be speaking here tonight. Today, thank you for all taking the time to hear me today and affording me the opportunity to speak on behalf of these dedicated and caring individuals who are not only coaches to me, but colleagues, friends, and more importantly, to my kids. They are family. They love and cheer on my kids like they are their own. They are the first people my kids call when anything happens. Coaches are much more than instructors of a game. They are architects of character, builders of communities, and champions of dreams. This is exactly what our BC lacrosse coaches embody.
Hi, I'm Rebecca Sidley, and I'm currently a senior at Valley Central High School. I have played on the varsity lacrosse team since I was 12 years old, and I am a 2-year captain. As a 12-year-old, you can imagine I faced criticism from a lot of people. However, those people were never consistent of my coaches. They were always the first people to encourage me and push me to be the best version of myself. Obviously, it's hard to hear what everyone is saying about you, but as an athlete, I was always taught to take it and learn from it. Good athletes not only take criticism, they use it as a reason to get better. Growing up in sports, it's a hard lesson to learn, but once you do, that's when you can start to excel as an athlete. Mental health is another aspect of athletics that can be a great barrier for athletes. I strongly believe that having a good mental health is pivotal to become a resilient person as well as an athlete. Since my 7th grade year, and even before while participating in the youth program, I have never felt mentally abused. What I have felt is encouragement, support, and love. Using the term mentally abusive to describe our coaches is unfair because from where I'm standing, I cannot even fathom how those words could remotely describe the coaches I've known for the past 6 years. Using this term so loosely is a detriment to those who are truly experiencing it. Mental health should not be taken lightly, and our coaches know and understand that. They take care of us like a family and have created an environment where it feels like I play alongside my sisters. We all know that if we have a hard day, we can always go talk to them. If there's a problem in school, we can work it out with them. And if we ever feel something's off on the field, they are always approachable. These coaches put so much into the program and to us, and I could not be any more thankful to call them my coaches. Thank you.
Next is Madison Roskowski.
Hello, my name is Madison Roskowski, and I am a senior at Valley Central. I'm also captain of the Valley Central lacrosse team. I have come here today to support my coach's credibility and integrity, and to also highlight our teammate, Grace Delpilar, top 10. I have been a part of the lacrosse community since I was in the 6th grade. All thanks to one of my coaches who convinced me to play on the BC youth team. I am forever grateful for my coach asking me to become a part of this amazing community. To touch on what my fellow captain had said, mental health is not something to take lightly. Our coaches always try their best to do right by everyone who plays on their team. We are truly blessed to have not only one, but 3 coaches who put in tremendous amount of work, even the work that goes unseen, all for the benefit of us girls. By day, they are middle school teachers who put their all into their students. But even after all that energy expanded, they find it in their hearts to put the work in for their team. To them and to all of us, we are a family, one that they certainly don't take for granted or abuse. This team and my coaches have become my family. The opportunities I've been granted because of my coaches in this team is something I would never trade for the world. I only started playing goalie as a freshman, so it truly speaks to their dedication and work ethic as coaches that I am the player I am today. Furthermore, I owe my opportunity to continue my athletic career as a collegiate athlete to them, as these 3 coaches have worked tirelessly in refining my skills and keeping me on track. Looking back on my time within this program, there is nothing that would stop me from doing it all over again. I loved every moment of being a part of this team, because whether we win or lose, I feel loved by my family. This feeling of closeness that our team possesses is all due to the environment encouraged by our coaches. Thank you for your time.
Next is Mia Ponto.
Hello everyone, my name is Mia Ponzo. I have been a part of the lacrosse program for only 3 years. I'm here to express that the coaches have done a great job at pushing me to become the athlete that I am now. Playing 3 sports, I know the hardship of playing time, balancing school, and being motivated to practice. With that being said, if I didn't have these coaches, I wouldn't have ever obtained my starting spot on the varsity squad my senior year. Junior year was definitely a rough year for me. Not getting a lot of playing time, but that was on me. But thanks to my coaches, they have taught me that hard work, dedication, and loyalty goes a long way. I was taught that if I do not work hard and that I cannot be dedicated, then I will never be successful. Being able to wait out my junior year and being able to continue to work for my spot, they have also taught me that a sport is so much more than just playing. It is about making friendships, having fun, and becoming a better athlete. Ultimately, it is growing together as one. They have preset as being an athlete, it is important that as a team we are close together. Because of the culture my coaches have created, they and my teammates have become my family, and we will always be there for each other. Before I finish, please take a look around this room. If we didn't have each other's back, I don't think we would be sitting in these seats or if I would be speaking up now. Our athletes support our coaches just like our coaches support our athletes. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, we'll move on to new business. First item is the approval of agreement between Valley Central School District, Town of Montgomery, SRO Services for 24 summer school program. Can I get a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion.
Angela, second?
Second.
Sarah, discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? 7-0. All right, Katie's gonna abstain because she's an employee of the town, so we're gonna go 6 guesses and 1 abstain. Okay? Next is the approval of Town of Montgomery SRO Services for the 24-25 school year. Can I get a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion.
Sarah, second.
I'll second.
Fran, discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Abstain? Okay, 6-1, thank you. Next is the adoption of resolution for Rockland Bosse's cooperative energy bid. Can I get a motion to adopt?
I'll make a motion.
Diana, second.
I'll second it.
Jane, discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? 7-0, thank you. Next, a bid, approval of bid renewal recommendations. First is electrical service, Harry Rotolo and Sons. Can I get a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion.
Sarah, second. Fran, all in favor? Opposed? 7-0, thank you. Next is approval for cleaning of septic tanks, grease tanks, and lines. Fred A. Cook Jr., motion to approve. Fran, second. Katie or Diana? Who? Diana? All in favor? Opposed? 7-0. I got an echo coming from this mic. I can't hear me. All right, next is HVAC, Joe Lombardo Plumbing. Can I get a motion to approve? Sarah?
I will second.
Thank you, Katie. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? 7-0. Thank you. Next is the approval of boards of registration and election 25-26. Can I get a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion.
Angela, second.
Second.
Fran, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Passed 7-0. Next is approval of agreement between Valley Central School District and Pediatric OT Solutions PC. Can I get a motion to approve? Fran, second.
I'll second.
Diana? Katie? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? 7-0. Thank you. Next is the approval of agreement between Valley Central School District and the Center for Discovery. Motion to approve.
I'll make a motion.
Angela?
Second.
Diana? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? 7-0. Thank you. Next is the approval of agreement between Valley Central School District and the Viking Aquatic Club. Katie's first.
I'll second.
Jane, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? 7-0. Approval of high school courses. First is Foundations of Music at SUNY Orange. Can I get a motion to approve?
I'll make a
Fran, second.
Second.
Who?
I said Katie.
Katie. I know, I'm sorry, yelling at me. All in favor? Opposed? Passed 7-0. Next is the introduction of sports management, Mount St. Mary College. Can I get a motion to approve? Sarah, second. Diana, all in favor? Opposed, 7-0. Next is the adoption of resolution, reduction of tax assessment and payment of refund due for the Valley Group. Can I get a motion to adopt?
I'll make a motion.
Jane, second.
I'll second.
Katie, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? 7-0, thank you. Next is the adoption of resolution, the establishment of tax certiorari, Reserve Fund 2324. Can I get a motion to adopt?
I'll make a motion.
Fran, second.
I'll
Katie?
second.
All in favor? All in favor?
Aye.
Pass 7-0. Next is the dissolution of tax certiorari for Reserve Fund 2018 to 2019. Can I get a motion to adopt?
I will.
Angela, second.
I'll second.
Jane, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Pass 7-0. Next is the adoption of funding of reserve funds. Can I get a motion to adopt? Katie, second.
I'll second.
Jane, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? 7-0. Thank you. All right. Next, we're going to go into the first reading of new policies, but they are extremely long, so we're going to do an abbreviated version, and all of the policies are out on the district website. So I'm, this is like 20 pages into. All right. First is Regulation 1120, school records. This regulation was updated to more accurately reflect the requirements under FOIL. It also incorporates language regarding complying with educational law section 2D when responding to FOIL requests. Next is policy 4772, graduation ceremonies. The language in this policy was revised to clarify that policy specifically applies to students with disabilities reserving services under the IDEIA, student with an IEP. Next is policy 4773, diploma and credential options. This policy was updated to reflect that students without disabilities are eligible for the diploma and credential options. Next is policy 5500, student records, which was revised to regulation 550R, student records revised. Language was added about educational law section 2D. Since the name of the records retention schedules has changed, ED1 was removed from the sentence in the last section of the regulation. Next is policy 5550, student privacy. This policy was modified to reflect the education law section 2D no longer permits the use of personally identifiable information for marketing under the exceptions that used it to be included in this policy. The language on notification of rights in these policies was also updated. Next is Regulation 8635R, Information and Data Privacy, Security, Breach, and Notification. The language in this regulation was revised to include student and parent phone numbers as personally identifiable information. Next is Policy 8636, Artificial Intelligence. This is a new policy for the use of artificial intelligence. Next is Policy 8650, School District Compliance with Copyright Law. It was revised. Next and last is Regulation 8650R, School District Compliance with Copyright Law. The concepts in the policy and regulation have been combined into an updated policy, so this regulation was removed.
Very concise, good job.
All right, so that brings us to the end of our agenda. Matt, I'd like to thank you for joining us here and moving
Steady
buildings
hand,
with
Joe.
us and holding our camera steady all evening. Thank you for that. And I will take a motion to adjourn at 8:05. Sarah, Katie, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? 7-0. Thank you very much. Have a good night.